When the Creative DNA program initially started in 2019, it was really exciting for the industry because there were very many programs focused on the fashion sector, but very few that were running incubators and access to market opportunities and showcasing opportunities. So when we initially had the conversation with a lot of the fashion designers, we had a focus study group, and for us to listen to the needs of the sector and then develop a curriculum to respond to those needs, I think it was really a pivotal moment to the Kenyan fashion industry. The way Creative DNA is set up, we started with research, and we did a needs analysis assessment, and then we also mapped sustainable fashion producers in Kenya, and then we used these pieces of research to then advise the programming for Creative DNA. And the way it runs is the cohort, once it's selected, goes through an 8-week, very intense business incubator that has very different teachers in the fashion sector, and we've had the privilege of this section being led by a renowned fashion designer, Anne McCreth of Kiko Romeo, who has really built a robust curriculum. Close to 4 years on, I would say we are really proud that we started with a cohort of 11, and now going into our 4th cohort, we have managed to train 71 young fashion businesses through the Creative DNA Fashion Incubator. And just to see these brands built from, some of them almost from scratch, to where they are right now, I think it's a really proud moment for all of us. Also, another goal of Creative DNA is to take the learning outside of class, so that it's not just, we want them to have a practical experience. That's why for every cohort we introduced the study tours, and we had the entire cohort led by Anne McCreth going to different workshops, going to different creator spaces. I know they went to Opportunity Factory that hosts different fashion brands, and just to see practically what is possible, and at the same time to explore different production models, because a lot of them have a huge challenge with getting the right tailors, getting the right quality assurance. So for them to see different models, to go into workshops, to go into creator spaces that are producing for other people, I think was really important, and a very practical and useful bit of the Creative DNA program. When we spoke to a lot of the fashion designers, they did identify retail spaces being too expensive, especially in the city. In Nairobi, we all know how expensive retail spaces are, and it can be very difficult for startups to have physical spaces where they sell their goods. So it was very important for us to explore different retail opportunities beyond having a physical space, and that's why we came up with the pop-up shops. And for every single cohort, we've had a month-long pop-up. And initially for cohorts 1 and 2, we had the pop-up in partnership with the Village Market, which really was a turnkey solution. They gave us a space that had all the racks, shelves, a point of sale system, and that was really helpful. And then for cohorts 3 and 4, we sort of wanted to switch it up, look at different options, just so that we can compare footfall and earning power. So we partnered with African Lifestyle Hub, which was really amazing, because they have 2 physical locations, one in Sarit Center and one in Village Market. So we wanted to reach different customer targets, and we did 2 weeks at the Village Market store and then 2 weeks at Sarit Center, and we saw that there was demand for the designs that the Creative DNA cohort were churning out, and it was really encouraging not only to the Creative DNA program managers but also the designers, just to see that their products were so well received by the general public. And it's been really amazing because some of the fashion designers have then gone on to set up their own pop-up spaces where they give opportunities to different fashion designers to sell their clothes. Another very important goal of the Creative DNA program is showcasing. And traditionally we showcase through the pop-up opportunities because it was an open space where customers could come and interact with fashion designers, learn more about their brands, touch and feel the actual designs, especially for the designers who are selling online on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. So it was very important for the customers to actually come and physically see and touch those designs before making those purchases. But then we also morphed into actual exhibitions, and it was really exciting to see a lot of the designs on the runway at this year's Tribal Chic fashion show organized by the Tribe Hotel. We had about 6 fashion designers from the 4.0 cohort, and just to see how their designs were received by the crowd, and for the customers to have an opportunity to buy after the show was really important to the fashion designers, and if not for anything, to encourage them that they're on the right path and to get real-time feedback from customers. We also had the pleasure of taking fashion designers, and this was Africa-wide, 19 fashion designers to last year's CANEX, which is the Creative Nexus event organized by Afrexim Bank during the Inter-African Trade Fair. And we took fashion designers from Kenya, from Uganda, from Ethiopia, from South Africa, from Zimbabwe, from Nigeria, from Ghana, and it was a 10-day long exhibition in Cairo at the Cairo Conference Center, and we had customers from all over the world coming to buy from the fashion designers. And it's one thing to receive feedback about your designs from your local customers from where your country of origin is, and it's another thing to receive feedback from an international customer base. And I think it was really important for the fashion designers to receive that kind of feedback, and showcasing opportunities like these that get the fashion designers out of their comfort zones in their countries. I think it really expands their minds and gives an opportunity to interact with other fashion designers from the continent, but at the same time forge partnerships. And I think another very encouraging thing is, and exciting, if I do say so myself, is the partnerships that have come out of Creative DNA. I remember in cohort 1 we had Enda Running partner with Sevaria to come up with the rainbow running shoe by Enda, and the proceeds, some of the proceeds from the profits of that shoe then went to support minority groups, specifically the LGBTQ community in Kenya. And that was really a partnership that was not only focused on profit making, but also giving back to the community. And we also had partnership. I remember from cohort 1, we had Sam Omindo of Gentile Fashion. So he had the opportunity to go to Senegal by invitation by the British Council Senegal office, and very similar to Canex, had the opportunity to meet with other fashion designers from other African countries, and they participated in a very interesting exercise where they partnered with local Senegalese fashion designers to reimagine traditional Senegalese fashion design, and this came up with some really amazing designs, and I hope to see them on the market. Another very important part of the Creative DNA program is the grants. We do recognize that there's a lot of challenges in the local fashion industry, and the British Council cannot solve all of them, but British Council aims to at least solve a majority of them, or at least give them a platform where they can that can act as a booster for the fashion designers. And the grants have been really important. We have given grants since the first cohort, second cohort, third cohort, and now the fourth cohort. And it's just been phenomenal to see the progress that these fashion designers have had